Hello, people. How are you? Welcome back to the seventh episode of the Art House series. This is Aarti Chabria, and today I'd like to talk about abundance wiring. Have you noticed when you buy a particular car or you test drive a new car, you start noticing that car everywhere you go? When you learn a new word or the meaning of a new word, you start reading that word more often than ever. Probably you didn't even know it existed before, and now that you know the meaning, you start noticing it everywhere. So basically, it's like a very contagious frequency that you catch on to. You know, when you tune your radio onto a particular frequency and you can hear only that particular radio channel, or you tune yourself into test driving a particular car, and that's what's really running in your conscious, subconscious, you start noticing it everywhere. So thoughts are like dynamic energy that attract to us exactly what we think. If you have started seeing the scarcity or the lack in your life, and you feel that you don't have as much money as you should have, or you don't have the kind of happiness that you should have, or you feel that you don't have a certain bank account balance that you should have, it is because you have somewhere unknowingly, unwantingly, unconsciously switched on to the scarcity mentality or the scarcity wiring. So the first and the best way to switch on to the abundance mentality or the abundance wiring, as I would like to call it, is by noticing the abundance in your own life. What are the things that you are grateful for? The smallest of things. Start writing them down and start writing, I am grateful and blessed because I have. Or I feel grateful and I feel eternally blessed because I am. And you can complete the statement with whatever you feel grateful for. Like, for example, I would say, I am so grateful and blissfully blessed that I have a loving family, or that I have a lovely home that I live in, or I have such amazing friends, or I am so grateful and blissfully blessed that I am healthy and fit. The reason why I'm doing this episode on a selfie stick in Goa is because Goa always reminds me of the abundance in nature. So if you can't see the abundance in your life, start noticing the abundance around you. Go to that window, look up in the sky and see how abundant the sky is. Feel the oxygen going into your nostrils, the air that you breathe. Isn't that in abundance? The sand on the beach, the water and the ocean, the stars in the sky. Similarly, in your own body, the cells in your body. If you don't have the beach and the ocean, start noticing the leaves on the trees, the green. It's infinite. So if the very nature of this universe, the very nature of this earth is abundance, shouldn't you also have the same abundance in your life? We're made of the same stuff, right, that this earth and this universe is made of. We're made by the same source. We're made by that same light, right, that this entire universe is made of. So if the basic nature of this universe and this earth is abundance, why should you not have the same abundance in your life? Somewhere in your childhood, if you heard someone say that, money is the root of all evil, or rich people don't go to heaven, or things like, if we go on this vacation, I'll go bankrupt, or I have struggled to get where I am today. I have made sacrifices to make sure that you can live this life. और पैसे झाड़ पे नहीं उगते, money doesn't grow on trees. और मैं अच्छा इंसान हूँ तो मैं अमीर कभी नहीं बन पाऊंगा. जब तक मैं टेढ़े रास्ते पर ना चलूँ तो मैं अमीर कैसे बन पाऊंगा? So all these things, when you hear them again and again and again, you form a belief that money is not good, wealth is not good. And that becomes your belief system. And so what reflects, what do you attract into your life? Scarcity, lack, poverty in some way, a feeling of not having enough or having just about enough. But when you and I were born to have more than we have ever needed, more than we can ever imagine, why should we live with this scarcity in our lives? So switch on to the abundance frequency, like you switch on to a radio channel that you know, okay, this radio frequency is 104.1 or 98.3. I know I will get so and so, music on my radio. So you catch the right frequency, and if you want to catch this frequency of abundance of wealth in your life, start noticing the abundance around you, in your life and in nature. If I start seeing the abundance everywhere I go, if I'm walking on the road and I see, plants around me or trees around me, I say, wow, there's an abundance of greenery. If I see people that I'm in a party with, wow, there's an abundance of beautiful people around me. If I'm breathing and I'm just sitting silently, my breath, isn't that an abundance? If I go to a supermarket and I see rows and rows of different items and foods, I say, wow, there's an abundance of good, healthy food. So slowly, as you start focusing your attention to the things that are abundant around you, you start vibrating on the frequency of abundance. And the message that goes out to the universe is, okay, this person is vibrating on the abundance mentality wiring or the abundance frequency. Let's give them abundance. Also, I'm sure you've noticed that when you're hanging with friends and one of them starts talking about how his or her business isn't doing well, everybody latches onto that conversation and they talk about how the market is low, share prices are low, property prices are falling, and things aren't going well for anybody. And then, the conversation will probably move on to someone who's been a multi-millionaire, but now his business crashed and he's going through bad debts. He's probably he's going to jail, and it's very contagious to start talking about the bad things that are happening around you. So basically, instead of catching the right frequency, they've gotten on to this scarcity or this lack frequency, and that is what starts getting attracted into your life. Yes, guys, it is contagious. So you have to be careful about the conversations that you have, because what you pull your attention to is what you magnify in your life. It rubs off on you and you start mirroring and reflecting similar situations, emotions and events in your life. So to avoid that, try and avoid such situations and leave that energy, leave that room, leave that conversation. Check out of it mentally, physically and in every way. Also, do not spend time with people that belittle people that are wealthy, successful, happy, rich. There are people that look up to these rich people who live in glass houses and say, oh, they earned their money or they're rich because they did da-da-da-da-da, which is not right. Or, oh, she's so, wealthy or wearing such a big ring because her husband is a lawyer and, he fights for all the wrong reasons. It's not right to justify your own state or rationalize where you are in life by belittling or pointing a finger at people that are doing well in their lives. By doing that, by not being happy for the people that are wealthy and rich, your immediate signal to your subconscious is that wealth is not good. Being rich is not good. Being happy is not good. Celebrating life is not good. So change that. Celebrate and be happy for people that are rich and successful. In fact, look at them and bless them with more. You know why? Because they are living proof that it can exist. Would you believe in a ghost that you've never seen, felt? No. But if you actually experienced a ghost, then that story would not be a story for you. You would immediately connect with it. Now, these rich, wealthy people that you see living in glass houses, celebrating their lives, having lavish wedding ceremonies and all of that, are people that are living proof that you can have the same abundance in your life too. Resenting other people's wealth is like putting a wall between you and your own flow. Never use a bad word like, oh, काले धंधे करके पैसे जमा किया या लूट के पैसे जमा किए या उन्होंने ये किया वो किया. Whatever it is, learn to see the good that people are showing you. Do not put your attention in the bad stuff, because that is none of your business. What you want to attract to you, what you want in your life is your business. Give the right signal to your subconscious and tell it by appreciating them and saying, wow, he's doing so well, wow, they had this party, or wow, they were wearing this sari, this designer designed for them. So your subconscious knows, okay, Aarti really likes Manish Malhotra, or Aarti really likes, Sabyasachi, or Aarti really likes rich, happy, wealthy, and that's what Aarti will attract into her life, right? My next point in the abundance wiring is affirmations. You all know I love affirmations. So whether you want to put pen to paper and write these down, or you want to record it as an MP3 and hear it on loop just before you go to sleep, because that is the time that your subconscious is very vulnerable and is absorbent to whatever you're listening to at a low volume, or you can just say them aloud. Keep a timer for 5 minutes and make sure that you repeat it, because the subconscious loves repetition and it takes in what you do by repetition. It does not see a difference between real life events and visualizations or affirmations. It just takes in whatever you are telling it. So your affirmation can be, I am a money magnet. I prosper wherever I turn. I am receptive to all the good opportunities and wealth abundance in my life. Money flows into my bank account fast, easily and smoothly. So you can make your own affirmations, use words that excite you and are relatable for you. So if it is not wealth and it is money or cash, then use those words. If it's moolah, or if it's bank balance, or if it's rokhda, or it's peti or mal, or whatever it may be, make an affirmation of that and feel abundant when you say it. Open your arms to the ocean or to the sky or wherever you are and tell yourself, I am a money magnet. I love wealthy. I love feeling wealthy. I love breathing wealthy. And I'm attracting all this abundance into my life. Coming to the next point in the abundance wiring episode is to imagine, to visualize the life of your dreams exactly how you want it, in complete detail. Being passionate about something, being excited about something and visualizing that, and not money as an end product. Let money be the byproduct. Because if you need to live the life of your dreams, and if you need to have that dream house, and you need to do up the interiors, and you see your friends coming home, and you actually imagine the little details of that house, whether it is the velvet upholstery that goes cold when you put the AC on, or it is the wind chimes in your terrace or your balcony space, or it is tasting that wine going down your throat with your friends and hearing their laughter while you also enjoy the same joke. Or it could be smelling those vanilla candles that are burning in the back when your friends are home. So if you imagine in so much detail and you actually see the color, smell the vanilla candles, hear the chimes, and you go into so much detail, the easier you can see it, the faster you are and the closer you are to actually seeing it appear in your life. Because if you can see it in your mind's eye, if you can visualize it, then you can have it. And trust me, everybody is visual. Don't tell me I can't visualize and I can't imagine, because I do not believe that. If someone tells you, okay, see me at the beach, right on the right side, there's a shack and it's called Coco Shack. So you imagine it. Only when you imagine it can you actually reach that place, right? So everybody is visual, and visualize what is the life that you want, what excites you, what are you passionate about as the end goal, and let money be the byproduct. Because to have all those things, you will need the money, and money will come into your life. But how it comes into your life is none of your business. You just enjoy the feeling, actually vibrate on that feeling of having what you want. Whether it is that trip to the Maldives that you want to take, imagine the pleasure you will get scuba diving or seeing the sunset with your partner. Or if it is, that flat bed in the first class of a flight that you want to take to your most favorite dream destination, imagine how it will feel to sleep in that flat bed. If it is having a clothesline of your own, or it is setting up a company, having a startup, whatever it might be. If it is your child going abroad to study, imagine the pleasure you will get, the happiness you will get seeing him graduate with that international exposure. So all these things that excite you, that make you feel passionate, the ones that make you feel, oh my God, I'll be like so excited if this happens. Those are the things that you need to keep making mental pictures in your head about. If you can't do this every day, make a visual board, get onto Google, type out what you want, get pictures, cut them out, put them on a visual board, and keep that board, like a huge board, right in front of you. Keep looking at it every day in and day out. When you wake up, before you go to sleep, middle of the day, whenever you get a chance. So visual boards really work. I've seen people manifest the best cars, houses, travel, partners, everything with visual boards. So if the mind's eye can see it, it will appear in your life in flesh and blood. My next point in this episode is a very beautiful thing that I'd like to tell you about the earth, which we all know, of course, but we forget that the basic nature of this earth is balance. Just like abundance is also a natural state of this universe or this earth, so is balance, right? The sun rises, the sun sets, only to rise again. We breathe in, we breathe out. Can we ever just keep breathing in and not breathe out? No, we'll suffocate, right? So everything is a cycle and everything happens in balance. So also, you should give and receive. So you give joyously and you receive graciously. Never ever try and stop this cycle and this balance. Don't hoard and save everything that you have in abundance. Share it, give it, only because if you give, will you be able to receive. So if it is clothes that you have, share them. Give your favorite jacket away that you've been wearing forever. Give it to someone who really likes it and who needs it. Give away your shoes if that's what you have in abundance. If you have knowledge, share that. If you have money and you want to donate or you want to pay for someone's fees at school or whatever it might be, pay somebody's bill, somebody who can't afford it, do that. Do things that make you feel amazingly happy. And trust me, giving always makes you happy. Be the reason for somebody else's abundance. Network, share your contacts. Don't hold on to everything, because the more you do that, you're stopping your own flow. It's like putting a wall in a dam of the flow that is coming towards you and wants to come towards you. So give joyously and receive graciously. So here I come to the end of the episode 7 of the Art House series. I've had a great time telling you about abundance wiring. I hope and pray that you guys have had a good time too. I hope it works for all of you. But make sure whatever you do, repeat, repeat, repeat. The subconscious works on repetition. Okay? So 21 days of writing affirmations, saying them verbally, listening to your own voice, your recordings, appreciating the abundance in nature and in your life, making sure you don't bitch out people that are doing well, making sure that you bless them and you have gratitude towards them for their existence. Please do hit like, and if you have any comments, questions, queries, please leave it in your comments below. A very, very happy Christmas and a happy, happy New Year. A very abundant 2019 to all of you. Love you all.